Are you struggling with your customer acquisition costs and trying to figure out where those costs are coming from? Well, you are in the right place because today I'm going to be talking about how to figure out your customer acquisition costs. Hey, Mario Blanco here. I'm so excited today. I'm so excited to be covering this topic because that's part of my background, which involves helping companies to look into their costs and understand their costs, what drives those costs. So I will start by covering the two main types of costs. Then I will be teaching you how to bring those costs down. And lastly, I will be showing you how to wipe out completely the customer acquisition cost problem. So I'm really excited to be able to go through this episode today. I've got lots of good content. So in order to just go through the two main type of costs, I will take you to a spreadsheet because today is all about numbers and understanding them. I think it's really the right place to take you to a spreadsheet and look into those costs. So let's jump into my spreadsheet. Okay, so here we are. We have a spreadsheet where I have put the two types of costs, the fixed cost and the variable costs monthly. So the fixed costs are a type of cost that wouldn't change and it's constant, and regarding of what you sell, regarding of if you are making any transactions, any business transactions, those costs are going to be there. So you can understand what this type of cost is. I have put a few basic ones. For example, if you have a hosting platform for your landing pages, well, that's a fixed cost. Or if you are spending money on software for meetings, again, that's a fixed cost. And I have put here in those two columns in B and C, what's taking money out of your business or out of your pocket and what's bringing in money into your business or into your pocket. So you get the principle of the fixed costs. Then the variable costs are costs that are associated and you can attribute to making a transaction, making a sales transaction or a lead capture transaction, whatever the transaction is. But whenever you make that transaction, you incur that type of cost. In this case, I have just put there just very common costs, which is marketing, paid traffic, if you have a welcome pack, and also if you give any customer training. Let me also give you a bit of context about all these costs and what I'm covering in the episode. This applies to online businesses, so I'm restricting the customer acquisition cost and how to figure out the customer acquisition cost to online businesses that have a landing page or a similar mechanism to capture leads and acquire new customers. That's a restriction, and I'm not going to be looking into the possibility of making recurring income. For the time being, I'm focusing on this episode, we'll be focusing on all these costs, assuming that we want to cover those costs with kind of a one-off income rather than a recurring income. That is something that we can look into at a later time, because that's another type of let's say income of your business, and it's really going into a slightly different analysis. So this went out of Zoom. Let me get back to my original Zoom. 120, that's what I want. So variable costs, as you saw, are if you are sending traffic to your landing page and it's paid traffic, that's what we are going to be spending. And when you add all of them, that is what we are achieving in terms of total cost, total monthly costs. And then obviously we are selling, we have some acquired customers, and we have 25% of conversion rate, and we are selling a product that is $50. So money in what is coming into your business, it's 500 monthly. So when you look at those on a monthly basis, then and you subtract your money in, you subtract your money out from your money in, and divide by the number of acquired customers, you come up with a number. It's negative because obviously your money in is lower than your money out. So this is effectively what that means. If it's negative, is this is effectively a cost. So it's costing you $91 to acquire a customer. So what have we done here? So what we have done here is just we aggregate, we roll up all the costs we have, and in a month, and then we divide that by the number of customers we acquire. That's it. It's as simple as that. That's how you come up with your customer acquisition cost based on fixed and variable monthly costs. So how did you find that? I mean, where are you struggling the most? Are you struggling at the moment with just only variable costs, or do you have also monthly costs that are really heavy in your business? Just let me know in the comments, please, because that will be helping me creating more content for you. And if you really value the content I'm sharing with you today, why not subscribing? So let's move to the second topic I wanted to cover today, and it is how to bring those costs down. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's good to know the costs, but and to understand what those costs are. But then you want to take action and bring those costs down. And how can you do that? Well, I'll show you that through different scenarios. Looking at this, one of the things we could do, and that's the first case I will look into, is we could try to increase the conversion rates. So obviously, if we acquire more customers, this negative number will go down. So that's what I'm illustrating here. Let's get this out of the way. So you have the before and after increasing your conversion rates. We moved from 25% to 30%. That is going to bring us 15 customers every month rather than 10. We are going to be making obviously more sales, and then our overall cost is going down. So that's one way of bringing your cost down. Another way of bringing the cost down is because we were initially paying a lot of money to capture that customer via paid traffic. Why not adding another source of traffic? We would be organic traffic, which means you don't pay for it. So the before and after, if you look at that, we will have the initial 10 customers we acquire from our paid traffic, and then thanks to our organic traffic we are capturing 3 additional customers. So overall we have 13 customers per month that we are capturing. So that brings our costs down, and as we made more sales, we have now a lower negative amount. So we brought down again our customer acquisition cost, but still it's negative, so we want to bring it down any further. So another strategy that you can use is just combining both. As simple as that. It's just you do an effort to increase your conversion rates. You create better copy, whatever you do, you come up with a better offer, or I don't know, whatever the mechanism you use, you increase your conversion rate. Plus, you have organic traffic. So we have the 15 plus the 3 coming from organic traffic. We make obviously more sales, and well, we're close to nil in terms of costs for acquiring a customer. And let me tell you something. I learned from a very experienced marketer that the business that can spend the most acquiring a customer is the one who wins. And that really, when I heard that, that got really stuck in my head. And now that you have seen that, have you tried any of these mechanisms before? Is this something that you can action, or when you decided to take action on this, did you come across any hurdles? Just let me know. Let me know in the comments. And again, if you have any questions, I can address those through a new episode. And again, if you find this content really helpful and you want me to help you more, if you subscribe, then I will be creating more content and you will get that content. So let's move to last topic I wanted to cover today, which is how can you wipe out completely the customer acquisition cost problem. I'm so excited to be sharing this with you. So this is something that I cover in my book. Let me get hold of it. I cover this mechanism in my book that I published a while ago. It became an Amazon bestseller at the time, and I cover in my book the value ladder as a concept to increase the business profitability. I'll give in the description of the episode, I'll give you a link to my book so you can get hold of it. So how do we remove completely, how do we wipe out the customer acquisition cost? As I was saying, the company that is able to spend the most on the customer is the one who wins. And so rather than looking at bringing down the costs, why not looking at how to make more money from that customer? It's as simple as that. Because when your business is focused on the customer, when your business becomes a customer-centric business rather than a product-centric business, you figure out more ways to add value to your customers. And this is what this is all about. This is all about creating more value to your customers. And when you do that, you create a value ladder. I'll show you the episode where I cover that, which is the lead magnet of my book. And you see the value ladder means that you have one product, you may have only one product and making a certain amount of money. You are giving a level of value to your customer. But if you are able to figure out other offers, other products, other services, and instead of selling or adding value just once, and you have 2 or 3 steps, 2 or 3 different products which add value and more value, each one of them, to your customer, that's when you have a value ladder and you have the opportunity to make more income from a customer. So the moment you bring a customer into your business, then the income per customer goes up. So if I get back to the last case, so what I have done is what happens before and after. Let me take this out of the way. Well, we don't see the before and after, but you see on the after, you see I have added 2 additional products where you would be selling something which adds more value, and obviously you will be selling it for a higher price. So when you have a value ladder, and this is, please don't quote me on the numbers, because this is all only for illustrative purposes and as an example. It could be any number, and the value ladder could even start in with a free product. So, but what's important to grasp here is the concept of having a value ladder, having more than one product, and having additional revenue per customer. And when you have additional customer per product, additional revenue per customer, well, you see that. So I sold for the initial, not sure if it's either I think this is 25%. With the initial 25% of conversion rate, and by only adding 2 additional products to my value ladder, I go completely in the green and well beyond. So not only I'm covering the customer acquisition costs, I'm making a profit. That's awesome. That's unbelievable. But that can happen. It might happen just in the first sale, or it might happen in the let's say in the time frame of a few weeks or a few months, depending on how you come back to your customer, offering more value. But when you do that, you have even more money that you could potentially spend on other areas of your business, and then that helps your business grow. And as I was saying before, as I was saying at the beginning of the episode, I'm not considering any recurring revenue coming from your customers, because that would change completely the equation. So we are only driven by what we are able to sell upfront to our customer. And that's it. I was really excited to be able to share with you this, because again, that will help your business to just reverse the equation, reverse your problem. Instead of thinking on bringing down the costs, just how you can add more value to your customers. As simple as that. And that will, I get it, it's not easy. You have to come up with further offers and with further products, further services, but that's what help businesses thrive and prosper like forever. That's what I have observed. So if you find this concept useful, as I was saying, go to the description of the episode and you'll find my book, where you can gain more understanding of the value ladder and how to use it in your business. And having said that, I'll see you in the next episode. God bless.